She thinks it's over. She thinks the relief she felt the moment the door closed is the final chapter. But in psychology, we know that the end of a relationship with a sincere, high-value man isn't a single event. It's a slow-burning realization. You've seen her walk away with indifference. You've felt the sting of her silence while she seems to move on effortlessly. But what happens when the dust settles? Today, we're looking at the 5 psychological stages of regret she experiences after losing a good man. This isn't about hope or winning someone back. It's about understanding the inevitable shift from relief to the heavy weight of what if. Stage 1. The relief of the ego. Stage 1 is almost always the relief. It's the period where she feels she's finally free. In her mind, she has rationalized your goodness as suffocation or your consistency as boring. During this stage, her ego is in the driver's seat. She's focused on the new, the exciting, and the validation of others. If you were a good man, stable, loyal, and present, she hasn't yet felt the lack of those things because the noise of her new life is too loud. She believes she made the right choice because she hasn't had to face a single hardship without you yet. Stage 2. The comparison gap. Then comes Stage 2. The comparison gap. This usually happens a few months in, when the honeymoon phase of her new freedom or a new relationship begins to fade. She starts to notice the things she took for granted. Maybe the new person she's with isn't there when she's sick. Maybe they don't listen with the same depth you did. This is where the mask of the replacement begins to slip. She starts comparing the high-value traits you possessed, your integrity, your word, your quiet strength, against the reality of what else is actually out there. For the first time, she feels the gap between different and better. Stage 3. The silence of the safety net. Stage 3 is where the psychology of loss truly sets in. The silence of the safety net. A good man is like a foundation. You don't notice it until the house starts to shake. When she hits a crisis, a problem at work, a family issue, or a moment of deep loneliness, her first instinct is still to reach for you. But then, she remembers. The safety net is gone. This stage is defined by a realization that she didn't just lose a boyfriend, she lost her primary support system. The silence of your absence becomes louder than any distraction she's found. She begins to realize that while attention is easy to find, true loyalty is a rare currency she spent too carelessly. Stage 4. The rationalization breakdown. This leads to Stage 4. The rationalization breakdown. Up until now, she's told herself a story. He was the problem, or we just weren't compatible. But in Stage 4, that story starts to crumble. She looks back at the arguments and realizes you weren't controlling. You were setting boundaries. You weren't boring. You were consistent. The defense mechanisms she used to justify hurting you begin to fail. She starts to see the good man for who he actually was, and for the first time, she has to look at her own role in the destruction. This is the stage where the tears aren't for the relationship, but for the version of herself she lost when she let you go. Stage 5. The permanent echo. Finally, there is Stage 5, the permanent echo. This isn't a stage that ends, it's one that lingers. She may move on. She may even get married or have a family, but the memory of the man who genuinely loved her, without games, without manipulation, remains as a benchmark. Every time she is mistreated or undervalued by someone else, your memory echoes. The greatest fear of someone who let a good person go is the realization that they might never be loved that way again. And while she may never tell you, the regret lives in the quiet moments when she realizes she traded a diamond for a handful of gravel. If you're the man who was walked away from, remember this. Your value didn't decrease because she failed to see it. The regret she feels is a reflection of the void you left behind. Don't wait for her realization to start your own healing. Your strength is in your ability to be gone and stay gone. What's your experience with the aftermath of a breakup? Have you seen these stages play out? Let me know in the comments. And if this helped you find some clarity, hit that like button. We'll see you in the next one.